Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video, I am feeling all of the fall vibes. When I'm filming this, it is actually Labor Day, so it's Monday, September 1st. And I'm just feeling all of the fall vibes. I decorated my background for fall yesterday, and I've also decorated like parts of my house. And so I'm just feeling very, very inspired to do kind of like a late summer, early fall type of look today. And so I think that's what we're gonna do. So this is going to be just a get ready with me, creating a really nice, just fall, warm and toasty type of look. I'm going to be using products from my makeup collection. So this is Shop My Stash style. So I invite you to do the same. Shop your stash, pull some of these like late summer transitioning into fall makeup pieces, and let's go ahead and get ready together. So I only have my skincare on. I did go in with my moisturizer as well as my sunscreen. So I am ready to go now and with primer. And so again, just pulling from my Shop My Stash or like my everyday makeup drawer, this is the primer that I have. So this is going to be the one that I'm using today. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. Also, you did see me earlier just put on some of my Clarins lip oil. I'm seriously almost finished with this guy, so I'm trying to knock that one out. This year, I feel like I've been very successful with emptying out some makeup. I have finished, I want to say 2 or 3 primers. Now, keep in mind, they were minis, so it's not like I was finishing like a full size or anything, but still, I feel like that's progress. I've also finished up some brow products, setting sprays. What else? I think that might be it, maybe powder. But yeah, I feel like it's been a pretty successful, for me anyways, year so far of empties. And I've also finished up concealers, so definitely proud of how my empties have been looking like, and I'm excited to hopefully finish up that lip oil soon. Now for primer spray, you guys know I love to go in with a primer spray. Does it do anything? I'm not entirely sure, but I really like the effect, and I have been using the Hard Candy Grip on Lock setting spray, but I've been using it as a primer spray, so let's do that. All right, now let's go ahead and go into foundation. I'm going to be using one of my recent faves. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I really have been enjoying this stuff. I do wear the shade Light in this one, so this is going to be the foundation that we're wearing. Even though my heart is in the fall spirit, it is still hot here, and so anything that feels lightweight on the skin, I think will be a lot less suffocating, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to be blending this out with my Shop Miss A. This is like the Paw Paw sponge. But anyways, how are you guys doing? I hope that you're doing well. I hope that back to school, if you are in back to school season currently, I hope that that's been a smooth transition for you. I know that the semester has started where I work, and so I work in higher education, and so that has been a little bit chaotic, but it's also good because the campus is just buzzing now with students, which is always exciting, right? During the summer, campus is pretty dead, and so it's nice to kind of see activity and bodies on campus again. But yeah, I hope that back to school season has been good. What else is going on? I'm definitely, as I mentioned, in the fall mood. I've already gotten 3 or 4 pumpkin cream cold brews from Starbucks. Gosh, I swear that is like my vice. I am so in love with that drink. It's definitely like a treat yourself type of drink for me, which is a good thing and a bad thing because I actually pass a Starbucks on my way home from work, and it is very conveniently just right off the highway. I can go get my Starbucks and then get right back on. And that has definitely been something that I've been doing, is like, especially if I've had like a longer day at work, I've been stopping at Starbucks, and like I'll call my husband because he's already home by the time I get home from work, and I'm like, hey, like I'm stopping at Starbucks, do you want anything? And he's always like, yes please. And so that has already been something that I've been doing since the fall drinks launched. So I'm really excited about this fall season. This is my favorite time of year. I always look forward to the fall season. I really like summer, and I feel like lately, over the past 2-3 years, I've definitely embraced summer a lot more. I've definitely have become more and more of a summer girly, but it just gets really hot here, and I can only take so much of it. You know what I mean? I feel like I can embrace it whenever we're out, like in the water or like doing activities like that. I'm gonna go in while I'm yapping. I'm gonna go in with my Shiseido. This is the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer. I do wear the shade, gosh, 201 Light. I'm not wearing my glasses, clearly. But anyways, I feel like I have embraced summer a lot more, which is nice. But I definitely like get sick of it around August, because I just know that fall is upon us, and that's basically all I can look forward to once August comes around. And also, it's so funny. I have a hair, I'm sorry. It's so funny. I am an August baby, so I was born in August. Early August. I'm a Leo, in case you were wondering, but I definitely am more of an Aries based on like my date of birth, time of birth, all of that, place of birth. But anyways, I am an August baby, but I actually really hate August. So I'm really happy that August is over. I feel like August is just like boring. Like there's nothing going on. It's basically back to school season. So summer is basically over. You basically run out of time to do any summer activities because, you know, your focus kind of shifts to going back to school. And then on top of that, it's like there's like nothing going on. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I always have stuff to look forward to in May, because we have Memorial Day weekend, and so usually we're at the beach or we're at the pool or I'm spending time with family, and so I have stuff to look forward to. Same thing with June, because we have Juneteenth now, so I do get Juneteenth off, and so there's the holiday for June, and then in July, of course, there's 4th of July, and so I just feel like I always have so many things to look forward to in every month. And then August comes around, and like, yeah, sure, it's my birthday, and like I do love celebrating my birthday, but it's one of those things where besides my birthday, that's it. Like I feel like there's nothing else really to celebrate or like to look forward to. And then also like the traffic picks up again. It's just like, it's a lot at once that happens. And so August is actually my least favorite month, probably. That and probably January. I don't really like January, to be honest, because I actually get New Year's blues. Like I don't get excited for a new year. I actually usually get sad because like all of the holidays are over. I'm such a Christmas and Halloween girl that I really spend basically the second half of the year just looking forward to all of the fall and like Halloween activities that you blink and it's over. And I tend to get really sad once, you know, those holidays are over because they just fly by. Anyways, I feel like that concealer blended out really nicely. Now I want to go in with a cream bronzer, and I actually have really been liking this, and I'm kind of surprised because whenever I tried it, I wasn't really in love with it, but then I've been kind of like reaching for it kind of naturally. And it's the new Rimmel Multitasker 3-in-1 Bronzing Stick. And I do have the shade medium in this one. And I've actually really been loving it with this e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. Stain and Tint Blending Brush. So I think it's supposed to be kind of similar to the BK Beauty 109 brush, which I do own that brush and I actually do really like it. I do kind of want to pick up 2 of these e.l.f. ones because I've really been liking this for cream bronzer, and I feel like I'll also really like it for cream blush. But I only have the one, so I'm kind of tempted to purchase a second one because I've been loving it so much. I love that, yes, it has the density of the BK Beauty 109, but I also feel like it's still like fluffy and like flexible enough for me to blend out either cream blush or cream bronzer. I think it's a really good brush. I feel like e.l.f. did a really, really good job with this brush launch and basically creating something that is really, really popular right now, like blush or brush shape, right? But anyways, I would love to know, what is y'all's favorite month of the year? Are y'all fall people, winter, spring, summer? Spring is easily my least favorite season. It's just not, like, there's nothing going on. Like, it is just, I'm also someone who, again, I work in higher education. I actually hate the spring semester. Like, I am just not a spring semester person. I much prefer a fall semester because, again, like, you have those things to look forward to. It's almost like every month you have something to look forward to. In the spring, at least where I work, I don't get a lot of days off during the spring semester. And so I'm often like, okay, when am I gonna get a freaking day off, right? So I feel like during the spring, I tend to take off more time from work because of that reason. Also during the summer, because obviously, like, things have slowed down significantly. All right, so really, really love that cream bronzer. I mean, look at how beautiful and glowy it looks on the skin. And all I did was just get my brush and I really just like dip it into the component rather than drag it on. I feel like with that type of like balmy formula consistency, I feel like it really does better when you do that method. Now let's go in with cream blush, and I am shopping my stash once again, and I want to use this Moira blush. It's been a hot minute since I've used it. This is the Moira Love Heat Cream Blush in the shade I Need You. It's this really beautiful kind of like red burgundy color. I feel like this is perfect for, again, kind of like transitioning from summer to fall. And I also love that it's going to probably go with multiple eye looks. So yeah, I definitely wanted to play around with this one, and I haven't used it in a really long time. It's definitely a blush that kind of goes, unfortunately, a little bit neglected in my collection. Are y'all reading any good books lately? Are you watching any good shows? I obviously know there are some really popular shows like Love Island, The Summer I Turned Pretty, all of that. I am actually not a new show watcher. I actually just watch the same shows over and over again. So I'm definitely boring on that end. I also don't really read like new books. If I do, it's because like maybe I'm reading it with a friend and like we're doing it together, or this summer I was actually in a like book club, and so that might be another reason why I read something a little bit newer. Like in June, I read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. That was actually a pretty okay book. It wasn't my favorite book, but I did enjoy it. I thought that there were a lot of good moving parts, and I felt like it was also like funny. Like I really related to the characters, which was nice. I feel like I went really like messy with my blush for some reason. I don't know if it's this formula because it's kind of dewy, or if it's because like of the brush I was using, which I was using this Makeup by Mario brush. This is the F4, and I was using, again, kind of like that same like 109 shape. That one is smaller though than the e.l.f. and that's why I do think the e.l.f. one is so special, because I do feel like the e.l.f. one is like, it kind of like keeps its shape a little bit more. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but anyways, I am looking very dewy right now. I have a lot of really glowy products on. So let me go ahead and set my face, and then I'll be right back to continue on with the rest of the makeup. All right, so things are looking a little crazy because I definitely had to powder it up because I was looking very, very dewy. And so first off, for my powders, I did go in, I actually found this at Daiso, and this is from the brand, I think Kayumi, something like that. And this is a pink powder, and I've been loving it for underneath the eyes. Like honestly, it's so good. And then for all over the face, I'm using my Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Powder, and I have the shade Pound Cake. So now I desperately want to go back in with some color, and I want to go in with my beautiful Dior powder bronzer. This is the Dior Forever Nude Bronze, and I have the shade 10 Soft Matte, and I'm going to be blending that in with my BK Beauty 107 brush. I absolutely love this brush for powder bronzer. I feel like it's fluffy enough, but it also allows me to kind of like pack it on as well. But anyways, yeah, so I kind of just watch the same shows over and over again. I watch Friends, I watch Big Bang Theory, I watch Gilmore Girls, I watch Frasier. I'm always, I feel like, watching The Nanny, because The Nanny is actually my favorite TV show of all time. And so that is always in rotation, I feel like. But yeah, so I'm not watching any of those new shows, but if you are, and if you think that I should be watching those new shows, definitely comments down below. I know The Summer I Turned Pretty is very popular. I don't know, even if y'all guys recommend it, I don't know if I'm gonna watch Love Island, like just being fully transparent. I am just not like, and I don't know hardly anything about that show, but I'm almost positive that it's reality TV, right? I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'm not interested in reality TV. Like, that is just not entertaining to me. Okay, now for blush, now that we've kind of like bronzed it up, I do want to go in with this one from Benefit. I feel like I never use this blush, and I'm not sure why. It is the Pom Pom blush. I feel like it's going to complement that red blush we had on earlier very well. And for this, I'm using my Sephora 93 brush. But yeah, what else have you guys been up to? Do you guys decorate for fall? Do you decorate for Halloween? Let me know down below. I'm just curious to know. Today, because as I mentioned, it is Labor Day, I do obviously have to go back to work tomorrow, so we do need to just kind of do our normal kind of like Sunday things, but do it today because it's Monday and we're off. So I'll definitely need to get groceries and just kind of plan for the week. I don't meal prep or anything, but I do like to pack up everything that I can as much as possible in like Tupperware containers. That way I don't have to do it later during the week, because I'm someone that as the week progresses, I get more tired, and that means I get more lazy. So I'd like to do it early whenever I have the momentum to do so. And so that's gonna be today. I also kind of want to go to Trader Joe's to check out the fall stuff, because as y'all know, they probably already have their fall stuff dropped. And I definitely am a Trader Joe's like fall girl. I'm not a Trader Joe's girl through and through. Like, I definitely still go to like HEB instead, and Walmart, and you know, not really Target, mainly Walmart, HEB. But for fall, definitely Trader Joe's is the place. For highlighter, let's go in with this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. It's a little bit of a peachy highlight, so I thought that that might look really good with kind of like the look that we're going for. But yeah, besides that, and maybe finish decorating for fall, I don't think that's probably all that we're gonna do. I definitely can see getting coffee on the agenda. My husband and I love getting coffee, but I really wanted to film before anything, because I'm so sorry that my uploads have been kind of scarce. As I mentioned in other videos, it's just, I've started a new job in my same, like, I'm at my same like organization. I'm just in a different department, and ever since then, I just feel like it's been really hard for me to get back into a routine, because I've been really tired. on the weekends, and like we've been prioritizing other things. I'm gonna go in with the setting spray from Urban Decay. This is the all-nighter. I still have the summer solstice one. I know that it's very old. I'm trying to finish it up. This is gonna be what I use to set my face. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and put on some eyeshadow primer off camera, and then we'll be back to create a beautiful fall look. All right, so I went ahead and put on my brows or I filled in my brows and I didn't put them on. I filled in my brows, and then I also went in with some eyeshadow primer. Are my brows too much? It's very possible. I feel like every time I film, my brows look a little bit crazy. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to filling in my brows in this like type of lighting, but then whenever I get done, I feel like they look okay. For my brows to fill them in, I actually have this brow pencil from AOA Studio, which you can find at Shop Miss A. And this is the sculpting brow pencil, and I have it in the shade medium brown. So here's what this one looks like. I still much prefer like my Wet n Wild brow pencil, but I have this one, so I'm trying to use it up. I don't know if I love the color. Like I don't know how well it matches my brows, but here we are. And then I'm really sad because I believe this is done. This is a goner. This is my Sigma eyeshadow base primer, and I have it in the shade Sorbet. This is pretty much done, you guys. I can't screw it up anymore or twist it up anymore. So yeah, that's it. I'm really sad. This has to be the best eyeshadow primer that I've ever used. It is so amazing. It's so good. Yeah, I'm honestly devastated that it's gone because I found that I think at like TJ Maxx or something, and me being able to find it again, I think is definitely going to be a stretch. But for eyeshadow, I'm really excited because I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Biba palette. I feel like there are some beautiful fall tones in this palette. I really want to play with these more camely colored browns to come up with a stunning eye look. So let's do that. I am gonna go in with my Morphe. This is the M333 Eye Blender Brush, and I'm gonna go in with, let's see, I'm gonna go in I'm gonna go in with the shade Tone, which is this one right here. Honestly, if you have the Biba palette, it is a perfect palette for not only for every day, but also for fall, because it has the most gorgeous, just warm toned mattes in here. So highly recommend and encourage you to use it if you own it, because it's definitely perfect for fall. Yeah, this is absolutely stunning. I also will be doing a fall eyeshadow palette basket video. I actually kind of created that palette basket yesterday, so I'm going to be unofficially using those palettes, but I do plan on sharing what is in that eyeshadow basket very, very soon. I just kind of want it to get a little bit closer to fall for me to post that. Because some of y'all might still be in like summer mode, which I completely understand, right? Especially if you live in a climate where it does get cold, like really cold, and you have longer winters. I completely understand that you want to hang on to summer, right? Because you want to hang on to that nice warm weather. So I definitely get that, because I'm the opposite, right? I want to get over this heat for even just a little bit. San Antonio, we do get to experience some fall and some winter. I feel like fall is definitely, like spring and fall are definitely the seasons that we get the least of, because I do think that we get to experience winter because we do get pretty cold weather here. I would say the lowest we get is probably like in the 20s. That's not every winter though, but that does happen sometimes. And then for like, as far as the heat goes, I mean, we get as hot as like 106, 105. For, let's see, I feel like, you know what, for funsies, let's go in with another shade. I want to go in with Buff, which is the shade like right next to it. This palette is so beat up, you guys. It's kind of comical how bad it looks, but It's still kicking, it's still working. I'm just curious how buff will look if I add that next to Tone, which is the shade I just placed. Yeah, I definitely think that that kind of warmed it up even a little bit further, which I am totally okay with. I wanted a warm look, so here we are. Do you guys like my leaf lights? I think they're so pretty. I actually got them at Dollar Tree. They weren't $1 because they had a section that was like $3 and up or $5 and up or something like that. And so I want to say they were $7, which I still feel like isn't that bad, but they look beautiful. I'm really happy with them. Shout out to my husband. He always helps me with decorating my area. Now, I think I want to go in. I'm very curious to see what this is going to do. I'm going to go in with the shade Rayon, which is that shade right here. I just want to know what this is going to do. I'm just curious. And I go in with my, where is it? It is my BK Beauty 206 brush. So it's kind of like a packer brush, but it's dense, but it also has some blending room with it. So let's go in with the shade Rayon. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Because I wanted brown, but I want something with a little bit more like redness to it or a little bit more rust to it. And I feel like this is exactly what I wanted. Really making sure that it's packed on right here, because the last thing that I want is to lose that intensity like on the actual lid. So oftentimes I find myself like really packing it right here on the lid because it can often get blended away through blending. Beautiful. Gosh, I'm like falling back in love with this palette as we speak. It's definitely been underused in my collection because it is getting older and a part of me doesn't want to use it because it's so special to me, which is so dumb. Definitely every day is a special occasion. Use your stuff. Like, do not feel like you have to wait for a special occasion to use like your favorite makeup products. Like, use your products. You know what I mean? Like, you already spent the money. You already did, you know, the damage. You might as well get use out of your stuff. I think that's turning out exactly like what I wanted, which is awesome. I really wanted something just really warm and toasty and kind of rustic. Going back with my Morphe blending brush, again, this is the M333, and just kind of making sure that everything is nice and blended. Perfect. I feel like I went a little bit crazier on this eye, but you know what? It is okay. I'm not a perfectionist at all, so it doesn't bother me that much. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter primer before we go in with a shimmer shade. You guys already know that is what I do. All right, and for those of you who are not familiar with like the NYX glitter primer and like what I do and why I do it so that the shimmer shade can adhere to the lid. And I put it on like the blank space of my lid so that it can really pop. I'm gonna go in with the shade Shine, which is this beautiful kind of like mid-toned kind of gold. But it's not as intense as like a yellow gold, for instance. And we're going to put that on the lid. Again, this is exactly what I was wanting. So I'm so happy that I decided to go in with the Biba. It was between this and like Urban Decay Naked Honey. And I'm so glad I went with Biba because it's definitely what I was going for. So this is great. Okay, then going back with that like outer crease brush, I'm gonna go back into the shade Rayon, which is the color that I use to deepen up the crease, and just kind of stamping that back in because I do feel like I covered maybe a little bit with the shimmer shade, and I definitely don't want to lose that kind of like rustic look or like color that brought. So stunning. I absolutely love the way that turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara, and then we will be back to put on a lip color, and then the look will be complete. All right, and so I did go ahead and put on mascara, and then my glasses are on. Here is the completed look. I think it looks very, very beautiful. For mascara, I did go in with one that is just in my stash. This is the Benefits They're Real Magnet Mascara. I still am trying to figure out how I feel about this one because I think it looks beautiful on the lashes, but I'm afraid that it does smudge throughout the day. So I'm still testing this one out. For lips, I have multiple choices. I think I know which one I'm gonna go in with, but still. I do have my favorite lipsticks of all time, the Merit lipsticks. These are the Signature Lip Lightweight lipsticks, and I have the shade Slip, which is the most beautiful kind of like brown color. It's so stunning, perfect for fall. So this is a contender. I also purchased 2 new lip products over this weekend, and these are gloss sticks from Revolution Beauty, and this one is in the shade Toffee Nude, which looks, again, just so stunning. I mean, look at that pigment. It's beautiful. So this is an option. And then I picked up another shade of the CoverGirl Yummy Blur lipsticks, and I picked up the shade Honey Blur. And again, just like so perfect for fall. And I think this is the shade that I want to go in with. Yeah, definitely that's the one. But look at these beautiful fall colors, like Slip from Merit, Toffee Nude from Revolution Beauty, and then this is Honey Blur from CoverGirl. So I definitely want to go in with this one from CoverGirl. I'm glad that I let my lips just kind of marinate in that lip oil because this is a matte lip color. But yes, let's do this. I think it's gonna look beautiful with the look. I think it's gonna really just tie everything together. This is absolutely beautiful, and as I mentioned, this is in the shade Honey Blur. So I am very happy with this look. Again, I just wanted to do something really fun and festive for fall, just to kind of get me in the fall spirits. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you were able to get ready with me and maybe create your own fall look. But anyways, if you like my content, if you like content like this, if you like videos like this, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. And if you are not subscribed, but you watch my videos, why are you not subscribed? It would really mean so much to me if you did. So I do ask that you hit that subscribe button, and I would love to have you here as part of my YouTube channel family. By the way, I will have everything that I used down below linked, and so some of those links may be affiliated if you choose to shop through the links. I want to thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. But other than that, thank you again so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.